This. Girl, I don't give a fuck about your mama. Myself. Hey, yo. You know who the fuck it is? It's Big Dominique. How y'all doing? I missed y'all. Hey, real quick before we get into it, I just want to thank the little viewers that I do have. They're not much, but the whole purpose of this channel is just for us to raise awareness and to heal together. So I'm glad we're doing that. All right. So let's jump right into it. Y'all see the topic of the video. Now, this is about when my ex dude, he basically tricked me into becoming a stepmama, y'all. And if you know, you fucking know. Like, I avoid baby daddies like the plague. Like, real, like, honestly. Like, if you're a baby daddy, more props to you. Especially if you're a good daddy. You love that. It's very attractive. You're just not my cup of tea. No. So, all right, look. So, let's go into story time. Now, I met my ex-dude. We're not going to call him by his real name. We're going to give him that type of respect. We're going to call him Jam. Because if you know, you know. All right, we're going to call this man Jam. Okay, now, I met Jam at my old job when I was an insurance producer. He came in looking for insurance for his work van or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the man had it going on. He was, I'll say maybe 5'9", close to 6'1". I usually, like, you know, I don't got no problem with light skins, but I usually go for dark skins.
Here, I drew y'all a picture, y'all.
He was on the lighter side. So, okay. So, he was light-skinned, he had a beard, you feel me? He was, like, well-built. He took care of himself. And I like that. I really did like that. And the first thing that I noticed about him was his confidence. He was walking like he had some shit to do. You know what I mean? Like, he had some stuff to do. And his smell, like, he smelled amazing. Like, he smelled so good. I was just like, you know, but I'm trying to play it cool, like, because, you know, ain't no need to be acting over thirsty. So,
but a bitch was dehydrated.
Office, you know, I could tell that he was very, like, he liked what he saw. I could tell he did, because he did one of them double takes.
He thought a bitch was sexy.
So, so I'm like, all right, cool. But, like, a normal selling for me is, like, less than 20 minutes. Like, I don't have you in there all day. If I can get you out, you can go. So, he was there longer than that, y'all. He was there, like, close to 2 hours. Like, close to 2 hours. And, like, I was done. Like, I was getting a little sidetracked because every time I would ask him questions about, like, you know, so I can get his insurance processed, he'll stop me and ask me questions about myself. He was like, so what you like to do? Like, you know, like, just try to talk to me type thing. So, like, he was, like I said, at that time, I was single. I was attractive. He attractive. You know, so I wasn't, like, being, like, a bitch about it. I was like, okay, you know, I'll answer his questions, but we was getting sidetracked. Like, you could tell, that it was starting to bother people, because, like, my coworkers in the office, they were like, damn, Steph, like, you had him in your chair for a good minute, like, you know. And then it was like them hating ass bitches, like, they were trying to talk to him. They were, like, trying to include themselves into our conversation. And he was not having that. He was just mainly focused on me. Like, anything they'll say, anything that they'll try to ask him or try to join the conversation, he would completely ignore. And he would just focus on me. Oh, my God. Because I just, like, I love that. The obsession for me. So, like, so he was just mainly focusing on me or whatever. So, once they was, like, you know, throwing little shady jokes and stuff like that, I peeped the scene. So I hurried up and said goodbye to him, basically. Because, like, if I can avoid drama, I will. Like, because I really don't. I can go from 0 to 100. And when I go to 100, it's bad. It's so bad. Like, I know some of y'all over here, y'all probably got me on Facebook. So, if y'all remember that girl I used to hang out with in high school, she had a big butt. She was dark skinned. She was pretty. She was real smart. I'm not gonna say her name on here because I don't wanna do too much. But we would always be arguing, but it never got to me. We would always be arguing back and forth because that was our banter. But it was one time, like, she just didn't understand that I wanted her to leave me the F alone. And she just wasn't getting that. I went the fuck off on her. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the school year until we graduated. I promise you. When I get there, it's bad. Because I'm so kind, I'm so sweet, that when you take it there, it's scary. So never take it there. So back to the whole job situation. Like, I try to avoid drama as best as I can. So I let him go because I'm seeing like it's creating some fusters and like my jealous coworkers or whatever. So he leaves reluctantly, but you can tell like he's kind of upset that I told his ass basically get out type shit. You could see it, but like, you know, I was just like, I was trying to like make him feel a little bit better or whatever. I was just like, oh, I really like appreciate our time. I don't want you to go, but you know. And then I was quiet so he could catch my drift, and he caught my drift or whatever. So I gave him my business card and he left. Now, to my surprise, motherfucker showed up 30 minutes before closing. And when he showed up, y'all, I swear, like, I was dripping. He showed up still smelling good, still looking good. He had a handful of roses, and then he approached my desk. Like, I was just finishing up with another customer, and I see he had roses in his hand, and you know, I'm over here heart beating fast as hell. And then he come up and he's just like, these for you, and I'm finna just shoot my shot. Like, what you doing after work? And I'm just like, going with you, like, without a breath. I was like, going with you, what we doing? Like, bro, he started dying laughing. My jealous coworkers, who are literally in the other side of the room, start laughing. Like, bro, mind your business. Like, like, he just like, you don't see that no more. So like, and he could have been like a whole serial killer. But I was so intrigued. Like, I was like, well, let's see what this is. Let's see where this is going. If you know, you know. I love mystery books. I'm like, shit, let's see what this is. So we ended, like, he stayed until like I ended up closing up the store. It was like the last 30 minutes or whatever. And then I told him I'll take my card because, you know, he cute and all, but we still cautious. So we ended up going to like this restaurant that was around the place where I worked or whatever. We ended up having dinner. We drinking wine. We literally, the entire time, we're laughing. There's not a time that we're not sitting down that neither of us have a smile on our face. That neither of us don't have a smile on our face. Like, we was really fucking with each other vibe, mad heavy. Like, I'm already picturing us with kids. Like, I'm picturing our house, our marriage. Me meeting his mom. Hey, mommy. Like, I'm already picturing it. So, like, we messing with each other vibe. So, okay. So, we end the night or whatever. From this moment on, there's not one day that we're not together. From that day that we first met, we're with each other every fucking day. Literally every fucking day. And so at this point, I'm already picturing myself like we were together. Like, he never officially asked me, and that's where I kind of messed up at. But at this point, my man. Like, that was my man. And man, when I tell y'all, this is how I knew I love this dude. Like, when it comes to me, there's always going to be people around me who are going to have an issue with me because I am different. And different bothers people because I don't want to fit into the social norms. That makes them think that I'm trying to be better than them. That right there gets me attacked. So this man, like, I didn't have to say anything. Anytime we was anywhere and somebody would try to pick an issue with me or start with me, and it wasn't all the time, but those rare occasions where it would happen, this man stood the fuck up like my knight in shining armor and slayed all the dragons. Shit. Like, anybody that said anything to me, he shut it down immediately. Like, I felt so safe when I was around this man. No one ever tried me, and if they did, he shut it down. Like, I literally can't, like, I daydream. Like, bro, okay, so this is when I knew that I loved him, though. Like, I never officially, like, there's nobody who takes my birthday seriously. Like, I'm always doing the most for people's birthdays, but when it comes to me, I never get that same treatment. So I really never do anything for my birthday. I just learned to go with it. Like, I just, like, I might do something to my hair or whatever, but I'll just stay in the house majority of the time for my birthday. And he didn't allow me to do that for my birthday. Like, he spent a good stack for my birthday. And right now, what we going through with the inflation, a stack? Like, bro, and I didn't have to tell him anything. I woke up to roses, balloons, like, to mad love. Like, he got me gifts. He bought me dinner. Then, like, he spent a good stack on me. And going through right now with inflation, like, he did a lot. And I will always be forever grateful for that. Like, that was one of my best birthdays ever. And when I'm talking about, he was there from when I opened up my eyes to wiping the eye boogers out my eyes to when I went to bed. I spent my entire birthday with this man. Like, he for real ruined it for everybody else. Like, like, I don't know how it could be topped. Like, I don't know, but he really did the most. And the entire time, he's just, like, loving on me, giving me mad affection. I loved it. But let me tell you when the tables turn. Let's get out of that honeymoon phase. Let's get out of that. Let me tell you when the motherfucking tables turn, y'all. No. Bro, I'm talking about a couple of months after my birthday. We done both said I love you to each other. We both chilling. We both having a good time. We didn't talk about moving in with each other. We didn't talk about marriage. We're literally talking about having kids together. What, like, you know, how to get his business off the ground. Talking about our future. Like, this is why I'm so traumatized. Like, this man made me think we were literally going to start working on something. Like, something. Like, at that point, we were already kind of living together. Like, I was living with him at his crib, and he was kind of living with me at my crib. Like, it was back and forth. So, bro, when I tell you, something was off. Something was off about this nigga. And I'm an empath. So I can literally feel when there's a difference in your energy. This man, when I tell you, all of a sudden he's acting different. He's not answering the phone the first time I'm calling him. He catching attitudes, quick tail for no reason. Like, just getting on my nerves. Like, whew. So he in the bathroom. He doing a number 2. He handling his business or whatever. And something told me to just pick up the phone. So we had complete trust. I thought we had complete trust in our relationship. I gave him my phone passcode. He gave me his. So I'm going through his phone. Now, I'm not going through the text messages because niggas are smart nowadays. Like, they will delete the messages, had it under another name, all the extra shit. I'm going to the photos. I'm going to the notes. I'm going to the stuff you think I'm not going to. So I'm going through all his stuff or whatever. And I see his ex name, Kiara. So I'm just like, why? Like, why not? Like, why not go through it? This man literally created a whole folder and put it under his ex's name. So I'm just like, okay, let me go on to it. So I click the folder and all this shit starts popping up, bro. I'm talking photos and screenshots of conversations where the phone number is, because he had the worst memory. So I knew he probably just didn't remember her phone number or stuff. But let me stop getting sidetracked. Let me go to the good shit. So I'm seeing photos of a little mini jam. I'm talking about like a little baby jam. And I'm just like, and then I see his ex behind the baby. And I'm just like, mouth dry. I don't know what happened. You know in Kill Bill, whenever she saw her enemies or whatever, she'll remember what the fuck they did to them and she'll start seeing red. That's what I was going through. So I'm like, bro, I just got my hair done too, so I was mad. I literally ripped off my frontal wig very slowly. I mean, it was already coming off anyway, but I ripped it off very slowly. And at this point, I'm in my undergarments. Like, I'm in my undies or whatever. So I rip off my wig. I'm nothing but a ball cap. I'm nothing but a ball cap and my undergarments, and I put on my gym shoes. This motherfucker, I bust through the bathroom door. He's just sitting on the toilet. I just instantly, pow, pow, pow. I'm digging in his shit. I'm fighting him like I'm waking up from a bad dream. Because at this point, he tried to grab my arms. So I'm like, nigga, you trying to grab my arms? I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything to beat this nigga head in. Okay, and he's just like, I guess after a minute of him like trying to block or try to grab me and deflect me, whatever the fuck he was doing. I guess after a minute, he realized why I was beating his ass. So he started screaming, I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you. I can laugh about it now. But whoo, you're going to tell me what, babe? You're going to tell me what? That you're a lying piece of crap? I just like, bro. I stopped eventually. I don't know what made me stop. I don't know how we got to this point. Somehow we ended up in the kitchen. He off the toilet. His ass. He wiped his ass. Hopefully. I don't know. Because I don't remember. I was seeing so much of rage at that time. Everything is kind of like whoop, doop, whoop, doop. So he's sitting there. And by the grace of God, I don't know what it was. But I'm just sitting there actually listening to him explaining himself. And he's just like, oh, I've had a baby, you know, la 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 la. He didn't want to keep it, but it's his responsibility. And I'm like, hold on. This baby is a full grown, well, not a grown, but it's a toddler at this point. So I'm like, this baby look about 3 years old. I'm like, you're lying. Like, you have to be lying. And he was just like, as I'm hitting him with facts, he's just, okay, yeah, all right, so he is 3, all right. So I'm like, so you did lie? And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I did lie. But I'm over here just really thinking about the times I've been over his place. I didn't see not one kid toy. I didn't see not one kid photo, one kid toothbrush. I didn't see anything. So I'm asking him, I'm like, so did you hide all these things? Like, I'm sure your kid's been to your place. Like, where's his stuff at? And he's over here telling me, he was just like, yeah. He made sure, like, he put all his stuff up in the linen closet before I came over. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, you love your kids. So you didn't want to tell me about your kid? Like, why? And he was just like, honestly, I didn't expect to fall for you the way that I did. And I don't want to lose you. And just all this bullshit. Like, I can no longer trust this man at this point. Like, this man will lie about anything. And then he will lie until you throw the truth in his face. And then all of a sudden he want to tell you the truth. So I was just like, okay. So at this point, I'm just like, I feel like I done grown so much at this point. Like, this man has made me see so much potential within myself that I didn't even see. Like, he's made me have to grow up type stuff. And the whole entire time, this motherfucker been a modern day Frankie Lyman. Like, he's just been a liar. Like, but I'm just like, you know, the thing about me is, bro, if I, like, care for you, it is so hard for me to remove that love. Like, you have to do something so terrible to me, so bad for me, that I no longer want to be around you, that I'm disgusted by you for me to remove that love. And that's what really sucks about me. But I tried. So I gave him like a little trial basis or whatever. The next day, he brought the kid around me. Bro, when I tell you he threw this baby on me, like, he threw this baby on me, like, you could tell he was so happy. He was so happy to finally get this lie off his chest, to finally just share this with me. And I'm just holding the baby like, yeah, because I don't know what to do with it. Like I don't know. I got nieces and I got nephews, but it's like, I couldn't do it. Like, that's why I don't date baby daddies, because it's like I don't want to sit here and get used to somebody that's probably not gonna be around me. Like, they always eventually end up always going back to the baby mama, or they always end up still messing around with them. Like my dad, my dad got like 4 baby mamas. I know, trust me, I know. So like, that's why I tend to step away. But like, I tried, and when he pushed this baby on me, we had a good picnic. But after that picnic, I was done. I was done. I told him like, look, I love you, but like, no. he he didn't take it well. I mean, he the one that started the lies and the deceit, but I'm like, he didn't take it well. He like turned it so that we became very toxic to one another. Like, I could recognize it. Like, he, like, our very loving and safe relationship that we once had was no longer that. He turned it around, and now he was like giving all this anger and aggression towards me so that I can give all the anger and aggression towards him. But I'm not like that. So I'm not really like that anymore. Like, now, the mature Dominique, I don't live for those type of situations anymore. Like, the younger Dominique, I lived for it. I begged the bitch to try me. I don't know. I had a lot of stuff going on with me that I just had a lot of anger built inside. But now I'm over that. I'm matured. That stuff is not attractive. I don't want that. I don't want to get hurt. Like, nowadays, these girls, these women and men, they're too much for me. So I'll let you take the belt, WWE champion, because it won't be me. So, but now he's just like, bro, he done got it so, like, he made it so bad, so toxic, that I will block his number, and he will call me 4, 5, 8 times until I will pick up the phone. And then when I pick up the phone, I'll be like, Jam, like, I know this is you. And he'll just hang up. I'm just like, what is your point? Like leave me alone. Bro, but like, it got better. It got so much better. Like, now he got the picture. He hasn't reached out to me, and I'm loving it. So, yes. But he has been stalking me on my social media. So, I'm trying to avoid that. But, and you know what? I don't feel embarrassed, or I don't feel ashamed to sit here and tell my story with y'all, just because it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there, to trust another human being. In this world that we live in today, it takes a lot of fucking courage. And I consider myself the bravest person ever. Like, I wear my scars like I wear my tattoos. I'm the bravest person that I know. And as much stuff as I've been through, he has done nothing but help me learn more about myself. And I'm forever grateful for that relationship. More so based on how it started to compared to how it ended. But yes, thank y'all for joining my little rant story time. I appreciate you guys. Mwah. No bars.
I honestly feel like I can take anybody's man looking like this, and you probably like, what? My nigga ain't gonna like no shit like that. But he's going to, 'cause he's nasty.